It's the Joel Shit Show, featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. So, today we're going to have a little flashback. By the way, yes, Wednesday was the 3rd anniversary of the Joel Shit Show featuring Joel Shit. I forgot. We'll pretend that the manga special episodes were an anniversary episode, and that's why they were special. But in reality, I just forgot. Shows you how much this means to me. Yesterday, I was at the Castro Valley Moose Lodge because I'm a dealer for Aces Up. And I was dealing dice for the first time. I did poker, then I did dice, and then I went back to poker. And I get up there, and I'm on the right side of the table, so I'm in charge of this half of the bets. And I'm standing there doing my job. The first 6 points don't make it. So I'm taking money, easiest job in the world. And I don't think anyone made more than 2 points in a row but for the time I was there. So it was definitely an easy night. I only had 3 or 4 people working, or 3 or 4 people playing on my side, and they'd place the 6 and the 8, and they'd make pass line bets, and they'd make field bets. That's it. Very easy. No come bets. One time a person put odds out, and then they 7'd out. I almost forgot to take her odds because I hadn't been taking them. It was embarrassing. And I made a few mistakes, but nothing egregious. The woman on my immediate right in position 8, actually, she was betting the 12. And the 12 hit 4 times. So she won 400 or 500 chips, so good for her. I hope she won the raffle. It came from it. It was a fundraiser, this event at the Moose Lodge, for MOM, which stands for Mothers of Military. I don't know. Someone will see this video and leave a comment and say what it stands for. But here's the flashback part. We're going all the way back to 1996 on this one. When I was in college, I worked at Burger King and then at Arby's to raise money to put myself through college, because at the time a minimum wage was high enough that I could put myself through college and pay for my fees every quarter, which were about $600 a quarter. Now, of course, it's about $1,200 or $1,300 a quarter, and minimum wage has not doubled. Well, it's almost double, but it hasn't doubled. So if I were in college now, I would not be able to support myself by working minimum wage at Burger King or Arby's. But at the time I could. So on the other side of the dice table, so like a typical dice table, you've got the same shit on the left and the right, and then the middle there's just that one thing where the stick man is. So I was on one side, so then on the other side there was this woman standing there in the 8th position as well. And I know her. She used to work at Sbarro at Southwood Mall when I worked at Arby's and Burger King. The Arby's is gone, by the way. It's a Thai place now, but the Burger King is still there. Carolyn Dew is her name. I don't know if anyone's ever called her Carolyn. Now it's funny. 13 years ago? No idea. But she and I would hang out a little bit. We didn't really do much or talk or anything, but we knew each other. She's a nice kid. I was a nice kid. Everyone wanted to do her. I mean, I'm sure she's had to put up with that her entire life. She's smoking hot, right? So that's just, that's her issue she's got to deal with. So I'm standing there and I'm looking to my left to watch the dice go, which you don't really have to do. The stick man will call out the roll, so you can just focus on these bets, make sure no one's taking any money off the table. But I did look at one roll, I looked to my left, and I said, oh my God, that's Carolyn Dew. Now remember, I went to college in Hayward, and Castro Valley Moose Lodge is really the Hayward Castro Valley Moose Lodge. So if she never moved, then, I mean, she's in the right place, right? So I'm like, it's got to be her. Well, I have a name tag, and she doesn't, and I have to work. So she'll come up to me if she wants to, if she even remembers me. I don't have time to worry about that shit. I've got a job to do. So eventually moved back to poker. Didn't get a chance, even if I wanted to talk to her. She hung out the whole night. She actually shot dice almost the entire night. The dealer on that side, Daryl, who's he knows what he's doing. He spent a lot of time talking to her. I noticed she had a ring. Maybe she's married. I don't know. Doesn't really matter now, though. And that's how you know you're happy with who you're with. You see someone that you liked like 13 years ago, and you don't care. You just hope she's doing well without you, which I do, and I'm sure she is. So I get home, and I was like, okay, I'm going to search on the old internet, right? And I'm like, I looked on Facebook for her like a year ago. I'm going to search again, not on Facebook. All right, fine. I'll search on the internet. One article from a newspaper in Florida 5 years ago about her with this MOM organization volunteering her time because her boyfriend is in the service. And this was 5 years ago. Maybe that's the person she ended up marrying. I don't know. But she's been with this organization for at least 5 years, because she was at this event at the Moose Lodge, and she was interviewed in this article in some Florida, the Lakeland, whatever the Lakeland, Florida newspaper is. And she was one of the 2 people interviewed for that article. I forget what the purpose of it being in the Florida paper was, but yes, Castro Valley, California resident, Carolyn Dew, blah, 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 her boyfriend's in the Army. So, it was her. I was like, wow, how about that? And then that's really all it is. Hey, cool, I saw someone I haven't seen in 13 years, I'll probably never see her again. But that's the best thing about getting older, is discovering things. It's like digging through your closet and finding like an old Nintendo game and going, oh yeah, I remember that Nintendo game. I used to blow the hell out of that game to get it to work, or whatever, you know? And so that's all that this was. But it was kind of neat, and it was much more exciting to talk about that than everything else I did yesterday. So that's what you're going to get. That's all the time we have for today. Visit us on the web at joelshitshow.com. Email joel@joelshitshow.com.